What is up, guys? This is Wrong Guy, and welcome back to another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. We won on some randoms, built a team. Really wasn't sure on what kind of team to build, but I do remember sand teams and weather teams being a lot of fun to use back in the day. So I was like, you know what, screw it. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try to build a pseudo sand team. Basic gist of this one here is get Glamora out there, get rocks and spikes out there, just that way we can get a little bit of damage, get some residual damage. Didn't really notice the Eternius on his team, and if I would have forgotten that it was a poison dragon anyway, which I did end up forgetting that Eternius was a poison dragon, which, you know, it's a thing. I haven't really played against Eternius before, so I really wasn't sure what to expect with it. I do remember that it was a pretty big special beat stick. So he starts off with the Solgaleo. The Solgaleo, I was like, alright, I should be able to live at least a move, right? I mean, it's, what, Steel Psychic, so I was figuring Zen Headbutt or what have you, the Sunsteel Strike signature move. And when I first saw it, I was like, oh, okay, it's a fire move, right? I was wrong. It's not a fire type move. It was Steel type, which I was glad to see that it was a physical type, or a physical Steel type move, so that way my Toxic Debris can go off. So I'm able to get 2 layers of hazards out there right off the bat. So that's always a good thing. So now I wanted to get that, I wanted to get a little bit of damage, a little bit of a little bit of counteract damage. So we go ahead and we go for the Spiky Shield just because it was hitting me physically, and so I figured, you know, Spiky Shield, protect myself, deal a little bit of damage in turn, plus then we can, you know, waste some more of this PP and then get another layer of toxic debris up. So, you know, it was a little bit of a waste, I guess, a little bit of a waste of time. This team is pretty bulky, as you can tell. Now, I did try to record this live. Actually, I did record this live. I had the whole thing recorded. Well, had the whole thing. I thought I had the whole thing recorded. And as when I came to listen to it back during editing, I noticed that I couldn't hear myself, and then I looked at my mic, and my mic was off. So that's why I'm doing this post-battle. Yeah, so that was kind of annoying. So another Sunsteel Strike does take out our Glamora, but we do get the 2 layers of Toxic Spikes up, which is great. Now, I'm sitting here looking at my team, I'm like, alright, so I need to bring out something that can survive physically, and I'm thinking, you know, I could bring out Roz, but it's a grass type. And still, for whatever reason, in my head I was thinking, you know, he's got a fire type move, right? He's got some fire stuff going on. So go out and I like Feet, thinking that, you know, maybe he'll switch, maybe, because the Sunsteel Strike, you know, it's not going to be as effective. And I'm sitting here thinking, you know, maybe I can hit a Spore and something, he goes for the Flare Blitz. I'm like, oh, well, that's a thing, and he was also one of my special balls. So I was like, okay, I brought in a specially defensive Pokemon against a physically attacking Pokemon. So I was like, yeah, we're not doing too hot here. So I switch on into Gastrodon because I'm like, you know what? Ed can take an attack. Ed can take a hit, right? Ed can take one. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go for the Earth Power just to get some damage off, and he withdraws. I'm like, okay, so he thinks I'm physically. He must think I'm a physically bulky boy. So he goes down to Eternius, I'm like, great, gets some Toxic off, and then I see that it eats the Toxic Spikes. I'm like, crap, he's Poison type, which is great in retrospect because I went for Earth Power, which, you know, it's going to deal some pretty good damage, you know, more than half. And I'm very specially bulky. I mean, I am max HP, max special defense. So Gastrodon is a bulky one. So he goes for the Dynamax Cannon. That's fine. I know I can live at least 1. Yeah, I can definitely live at least 1. So he loses some HP thanks to the Life Orb, and the EQ is going to be more than enough to take out the Eternius. So Ed gets a kill with a Life Orb. Hell yeah, go Ed. So down goes the Eternius. That was actually one of the things that I saw on his team that really scared me a bit. I don't know why, it just did. I don't know if it's because I'm not used to seeing them. I really don't know. So sitting here waiting, and then in comes the Hoopa. Now here I realized I've never faced off against a Hoopa before, ever, let alone an unbound Hoopa. So I thought that was really cool. I was like, sweet dude, I've never fought against one of these things here. So I go for a Recover, and I was faster. I was like, wait, what kind of negative priority move is he going for? He shows the Trick Room. I'm like, why? Like, what? Why Trick Room? She's like, alright, whatever, you just made Ed super quick. So, I'm gonna go ahead and go for the Earth Power. Because now we're gonna outspeed, so I'm still sitting here thinking like, and then he shows me the energy ball. I'm like, oh, but we live it. 4 times effective with the Gastrodon, and we live it, so that's pretty dope. So I'm like, alright, Gastrodon's getting ready to die. So let's go ahead and let's try to lower his accuracy. You know, why not? Let's go for it. So we'll go for Muddy Water. Should have gone for the Earth Power again, but we didn't get the accuracy drop. So that's unfortunate. So down goes Ed. So that's the thing, man. We're not doing too hot. So I'm looking at my team. I'm like, all right, well, this whole team's base strategy is Beifong Sand. He dies, swap out Degree, and we sweep with Last Resort. So we bring out Roz. Now Roz is my physical, not my physical boy. He's he bulky boy. So he's, well, a staller. Like he just is. So he goes ahead and he withdraws. Now the Trick Room is still up. So Roz is gonna outspeed most things. He brings out this Skeledridge. I'm like, all right, that's fine. Now obviously I know the Torch Song Throat whatever item is going to be coming, just so we can get the boost. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to terrestrialize because that's steel. I'm not going to stay in because it's grass. So, you know, I was like, yeah. I don't know why I thought about it, like, watching it back now. I don't know why I was thinking about it, because this is the most obvious thing to me. Switch on to Beifong. Get the sand up. Get those defenses raised. Plus fire, plus rock. Yes. Beifong's cup of tea. So, Sitting Stream kicks up. Goes for the Torch Song, just like I thought that he was going to. And I thought that, you know, thought he'd have the, that throat item. The throat spray. That's what it is. The throat spray. Just that way he can double up his special boost. So I was like, okay, you know, that is what it is. Plus we're sapping his health with Leech Seed and with the sand. So Skeledridge is on borrowed time. So we go for the EQ. Because I'm thinking, you know, whatever. Go for the EQ. Down goes the Gator, which is great for us, man. T-Tar's doing work. I haven't used T-Tar in so long, but he used to be like one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. So being able to use him again is awesome. Now we see the Ursaluna. Now, me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of Ursaluna. I'm just not. But I do understand that he is amazing. Now, when I say I'm not the biggest fan of him, I mean that I'm not a big fan of battling, just because I have no experience battling these things. So I'll go ahead and switch out to Roz, because I don't want to take the Earth Power, because I know that this thing is, you know, normal ground, which also means that I know that I have to take this thing out in order for Razzie to be able to do his thing. Headlong Rush, that's more than fine, because his attack's lowered, thanks to the Tablet Ruin, plus Bulky Boy, plus not very effective, you know. Sure, we're gonna take some sand damage, but that's fine, because that means that we can go ahead and set up our Leech Seed and start stalling this thing out, because that's what we need to do here is work on our stall game, make him play at our pace. So we set up the Leech Seed faster somehow still, and he shows me the Moonblast, and I'm like, oh no, oh no, it's the Moonblast. So that sucks. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, it was bad. I don't know why I didn't expect it to have Moonblast, but it did. I guess it's because I saw the Headlong Rush. I figured, you know, he's going to be physically attacked, or he's going to be physically bulky. He's not going to be he's going to be a physical attacker, not a special attacker. Even though I know mine is a special attacker. I just haven't had a chance to use mine yet, just because the big move that he has just looks so cool. So we're playing the Soul game, getting some residual health back with our lefties and our Leech Seed, and we're trying to play the long game, I guess. Trying to make sure that we can survive a little bit. Just because I want to whittle this thing down, just in case I need to bring T-Tar out. I think T-Tar could be able to outspeed. So we go for the Giga Drain. We're like, you know what, screw it. Faster. I'm like, okay. Okay, he's a big slow bear. That's what the Trick Room is for. I get it now. I get why his Hoopla had Trick Room. I I understand things now. So that brings us back up to almost full with that Giga Drain, which is great. I mean, hell's yeah. Love the almost full HP, man. Slugboy or Roz here is pretty great. For those of you who are wondering why I nicknamed my honestly, I don't even remember this thing's real name because it's a thing, but it's named after the librarian from Monsters Inc. For those of you who were not wondering. So, I'm not sure because again, physical tank, physical attacker. So we'll go for the protect. I just want to see what he's going to do. I want to see what move or how he's going to attack us. So he shows us the Flare Blitz. I'm like, okay, I should be able to survive at least one. Get the Leech Seed off. And then we could be able to, try to stall him out too. We could try. We could try to get the Leech Seed off. And, just roll it from there. Right, that makes sense to some people. The other thing is, Leech Seed does have a decent chance to miss. And, yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself again. So Flare Blitz deals a pretty nice chunk of damage, and it's just like, great, that's a lot of damage. I'll go for Leech Seed, and we miss. So that is that's a little second. But the Sandstorm's over, so now we're not getting that little bit of chip damage. Now we are getting our lefties, which is great. And now I'm sitting here thinking, all right, I saw the damage that he did. It only did X amount of damage. So I'm thinking, if I protect, get my lefties back, I should be able to live another Flare Blitz. That was the thought process going on in my mind, was I should be able to survive another one, right? That seems reasonable, kind of, right? Maybe, possibly. So we're up to 93 health. Great. We can go for Leech Seed again. Try for another Leech Seed. Goes for Flare Blitz. Again with Bulky Boy, and we do survive. We survive on that 11 glorious HP. But thank goodness, and the Leech Seed does hit, so now we're going to get the lefties back. We're going to get the Leech Seed back. And then we can protect and get both of those back again to hopefully try to live another one. Because that's what we're banking on. We're trying to stall things out. We're trying to whittle this thing down because he's using Flare Blitz. So he's constantly losing his own HP, which is fantastic. Protect, yeah, it's kind of annoying to watch, but it's even more annoying to play against. Believe me, stall sucks. Like, stall absolutely is garbage to go up against, especially if you're not prepared for it. Like, taunt would crush my team. That, like, if any one of those pokes had taunt, he could just obliterate most of the pokes on my team, because a lot of my pokes have protect and recover, and obviously Leech Seed. So now I'm sitting here thinking, you know what? I'm 91 HP. I should be able to survive another one. We're gonna go for Giga Drain. Flare Blitz. We survive on 5, and I'm like, great, now watch me get burned. But I don't get burned. I don't even know if Flare Blitz can burn. I really don't. But his Galio does go down. Giga Drain hits no one. I wish it would have hit one of those people in the crowd, but it didn't. So that's fantastic, man. We're getting somewhere, right? We're getting some stuff done, getting some making some plays, making some moves, kind of. Not really. This is a team that I had a bunch of pokes. I forgot about you. The Zarude. I really like this thing. This thing looks really cool, and I'm thinking, great. It's a grass type. Nothing we can do. Drain Punch, we gonna die. It is what it is. I wanted to try for Ruination to cut its HP in half, because that's what I wanted to do. But unfortunately, we're not gonna get that choice. Not gonna get that chance. Alright, so now here's how my brain was masterfully playing things. We're gonna throw out Bait Bomb. We're gonna bait and switch. We're thinking, alright, sweet. Go for the Drain Punch again. Don't predict it. Don't predict my super easy Harry Potter level book move where you can just read it off the front. Just don't. Go for the Drain Punch again. Hit Grezzy with a drain, or try to hit Grezzy with a Drain Punch. Sweet. Do it. Okay. Power Whip. We lit. Fantastic. That's amazing. That's so great. Grezzy comes in. Now Grezzy's going to be faster, regardless of whatever he does. I should have went for the other move, but I saw Player Rough was a super effective. I forgot he's a Dark type. So Lash Out isn't more than enough to kill all Grezzy. Now here I've basically just abandoned all hope. I was like, great, we lost. Like, there's nothing T-Tar's gonna be able to do because T-Tar in this thing's grass, and he has fighting moves, and we're T-Tar. I was like, you know what? It was fun. You know, it was a fun attempt at a team. You know, I enjoyed it. And then I was like, what do I have for terrestrialization? And then I saw flying. I was like, no. And so we go ahead and we terrestrialize into Terra Flying. And I was like, oh no. Because I completely forgot that I had this. For, you know, earthquakes and stuff. I wasn't expecting it to work on something that was relying on fighting type moves. Because Beifong was just like, sup? So Beifong is just like, yep, no, we're here to catch the Stone Edge, man. And it hits, so that's great. That's fantastic that it hits. Down goes the Zerd, and now we're, you know, it's 1-1, man. It was like great. I mean, we can, if we lose, we only lose by 1. Oh, I was expected to lose by 2 because I completely forgot about that thing. Then it comes the Hoopa, and I'm like, all right, well, Hoopa's here. I was like, well, we have EQ. The stones deal a little bit more damage. I was like, we could probably KO this thing with EQ. I was like, I go for the Stone Edge, high crit rate, low hit the chance, Earthquake, high damage, guaranteed to hit, unless he's a flying type, which, you know, that would be bad. Oh my god, that would crush if he turned out to be a flying type. But he's dark, so that's great. So he's Terra Darks, and this thing is obviously slow, but we are going to EQ, and T-Tar is going to pick us up the W, man, and that was awesome. Like, I was so excited with this battle. I was so happy with this battle. I was so upset that I couldn't record it live. Well, I was so upset that I did record it live, but I forgot to turn on the microphone. So that was kind of annoying. But yeah, so that was a fun one. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will catch you guys in the next one. So you guys have yourselves a lovely rest of your day. Bye now.